Maryville Plan Commission meeting. I'm calling the meeting to order. Please stand and pledge allegiance to the flag. Everybody. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, now, who's going to take the roll call? Mr. Mellon is not here. Sean, you want to?
Mr.
You
Swank?
sit next to him.
No.
I defer.
Okay, Sean Bennett will take the roll.
All right, Mr. Schweik,
Here.
Ms. Chandler Felton,
Present.
Mr. Deering,
Here.
President Uzelak,
Here.
Sean Pettit's here, and Attorney Ricardo Hall is here.
Okay, we have a quorum.
Yes, we do.
Thank you, Sean, for taking the roll call.
There's 5.
Okay, continuing on with the meeting, the minutes of
Election.
June 17th, 2025. Could I have a motion
Madam
to
Chairman?
approve? Right.
There was an election before that. I don't know what that is about.
I think that's a typo, Brian. I got a call, ironically, I got a call yesterday from one of our members who is not present, and has not been present.
Right?
What about it?
And he was asking about it, and I said, no, there's no election. We had the elections back in either the January or February meeting.
Was it? I thought,
Yeah, for
yeah.
Margie, you, and
Right.
and Chris, and so you elected your officers at the first or second meeting.
Okay.
Okay, I went over that thinking it was just an error.
Yeah, sorry to
It's an
interrupt,
error.
Don't
Madam
worry
Chairman.
about the election, Brian.
No problem.
Okay, we will continue on. We need a motion for the minutes of June 7th.
So moved, Madam President.
Second.
Okay, motion on the floor by Sean Pettit, seconded by Leona Felton. Leona Felton,
Chandler.
Chandler Felton.
okay. Leona Chandler Felton.
Yes, ma'am.
seconded the minutes. Thank you both. Okay, the minutes have been approved, so we don't need a roll call vote, do we, Ricardo?
Yes.
Oh,
Roll
okay.
call.
Roll call vote, please, Sean.
All right, Mr. Schweik,
Here.
Ms. Chandler Felton,
Aye.
Mr. Deering,
Yes?
President Uzelak,
Yes,
Sean Pettit's and I, 5-0.
okay, thank you.
I'm going to interrupt one more
Do
time.
you need me to
Chairman.
speak into my microphone, Craig?
Yeah.
Wait, Brian has to
But
interrupt
that was
us.
what I was going to ask.
What, Brian?
Craig said there was a small problem with the sound system. I just want to make sure that he's picking everything up. You okay? So everybody that
Okay,
comes up to
Greg, you're
speak,
okay?
please
Wave
speak
your hand again.
clearly into
Good.
the microphone.
Greg's okay.
Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Okay,
All right,
Brian.
Greg.
You satisfied?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good.
Never in my life have I been accused of not being heard.
Really?
Don't laugh too hard out there, Reardon.
Listen, that's why you're taking the roll call vote.
All right.
Okay, I have no communications tonight, correct, board members? And there are no comments from me. Any old business, please? No old business. Is there any new business, board members? No new business. Okay, we will continue on with the agenda. Item 1, P6CP 2-0725. Petitioner Brian Van Ryn and Abdullah Abdelloder, I think that's Locorder?
Quater?
Quater, I'm sorry. Quater. Abdel Quater. Okay, that's the owner. Located at 2021 West Lincoln Highway, requests conceptual planned unit development approval on 1.6 acres in a C3 Highway Commercial Zoning District. Purpose, retails buildings. Oh, boy. Well, board members, look at all these posters here.
Oh, very nice.
They look pretty good to me. Okay, give us your program again, please.
Brian Van Ryn, Van Ryn Architects. I'm here with Abdullah, the owner.
Abdullah Abdelkader, the owner of M&M Beauty.
Okay, thank you.
So we're looking to get approval for a conceptual design, going to the next step for a 2-building, 1-lot PUD. Building A is about 11,000 square feet, Building B is just over 10,000 square feet. We're showing 87 parking spaces currently. Landscaping and signage will all comply with Town of Maryville ordinances. Buildings will be all masonry. We would be going in for variances on setback requirements. Trash enclosure would also be masonry gated. And you can see from the renderings in the site plan, that's kind of the look of the buildings, the color pattern.
Okay, I see on our drawing here surrounding uses, the north is commercial, the south is residential, the east is commercial, and the west is commercial.
Correct.
Okay. Surrounding zoning, north, C3 Community Commercial Zoning District, south, R2 Residential Zoning District, east, C3 Highway Commercial Zoning District, west, C3 Highway Commercial Zoning District. Okay?
Correct.
All right, I will read the comments here from Sheila Shine. She's prepared this.
You want me to read it, Marge?
She's not here tonight, but I'll read this
You want me
comment.
You want Steve to
to,
read?
you want me, I got the staff report.
Oh, well, go on, Steve, if you want to read it, go on.
All right, here we go. Here we go. I got this, Craig. I got it. You ready? Okay,
You got the comments?
yeah.
Okay.
Petitioner is requesting approval of a conceptual planned unit development on 1.6 acres in a C3 highway commercial zoning district located at 2021 West Lincoln Highway. The proposed development will be provided with both storm and sanitary sewers and common water. Surface water will be handled and discharged through underground pipe storage. The proposed development will be a second location for the M&M retail store with other retail uses.
Okay, thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
Do you have anything else to say, Mr. Ryan?
No, other than the lighting requirements, sign ordinance, and landscape ordinance will follow Town of Maryville requirements. So we'll be just going in for the variance on the setback requirements.
Okay, I will accept questions and comments from the board members, starting with Mr. Swipe, Jeff Swipe.
Has the traffic situation been taken care of for that?
We did talk to the alderman late last week. He did not have any concerns about that. There are really no concerns on that back street.
We
From
didn't
what he
have to
thought.
do a traffic study?
No, we actually met last week, and Councilman Bella was there. We did talk about the traffic, probably, possibly speeding through the subdivision to get out to Taft or to get out to 30. We do have speed humps there to rectify that problem. So we didn't see, and even Mr. Bella didn't see traffic being a problem through
Oh,
the
okay,
residential
thank you,
area.
Steve. Anything else, Jeff?
No, that's.
Nothing? Okay, Leona, questions,
I
comments?
have no questions.
Okay. Brian?
Looking at the lay of the land, you've got the frontage road at the front of this property. Little things like the type of signage you're gonna put out there as far as signs to encourage people more to use this entrance rather than trying to come in off of Taft Street through the neighborhood. We want to make this as inviting as possible so that people aren't going, oh, gee, I can get there easier if I cut through the subdivision. We want to try and minimize that. There will still be people that do it. There's no getting away from it, but we want to try and minimize that as much as possible,
I think, if we were able to do a monument sign within that setback requirement, by that entry off the frontage road, I think that would help.
Okay. And you're going to go with the monument-style sign?
We'd love to do pylon.
Yep. Yeah, and it really is, I think the rest of it will take care of itself as long as we can control how people's ingress and egress is performed. I know trying to get out onto Taft Street is a real problem, but a lot of people like taking the frontage road over to the light past the library and then turning out. You know, it's a little easier to get into traffic. So, really, it looks like a good project. I know we've got the issue with the existing building you own, and I'm really concerned about that, an update on that.
That should be taken care of as we speak. I mean, Sheila's aware of it. I already have the concrete and excavator actually I believe they're gonna start this Monday coming up. And the masonry guy already agreed with him to finish the whole phase, which is Sheila already aware of it. So it should be all in process, and my goal is to finish the outside of that building next door, you know?
Okay. Do you have any, or can you reveal any potential uses for that building, any potential
Oh,
tenants?
next door?
No, the one next door to the one you've got now.
The one I got next door, what we're gonna do, just to open both buildings together and just have two entryways, and where we were gonna have one entryway gonna be like for makeup and like a Sephora type of thing. Then my other entryway is gonna be for like more of the wet product. And then the other product can be distributed in the entire store, of course.
Okay, very good. That's all I have, Madam Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Sean, you have anything?
Kind of sharing Brian's comments, because as I mentioned at the workshop, guys, that's in my ward. You know, I do have a bit of a conflict because as the real estate manager for Lamar, we bought an easement in between the buildings from when, I think before you got the building, possibly. Just want to make sure is there going to be a connection behind our billboard?
Yeah, like
Between the
almost
two
like
buildings, like an aisleway or?
55 feet from the front from the building, from
Yeah.
the existing building. So it's 55 feet from that all the way to the end where the first cutout is gonna be.
And the only reason I bring it up, sir, is, and again, this is in Mr. Bella's ward. I know you've talked to him. You know, it's unfinished, and we're talking about how much of an investment on this new property. What's your total investment on this property?
Right now, with what I really agree with, where I was going with Mecca was $2.3 million with all the work that they did.
That's here at the Hunch First site,
No, the Hunch First site, this is like a $5 million project.
$5 million project.
I believe so.
All right.
I'm thinking that much, you know, maybe a little
Okay.
less, maybe a little more, I don't know.
Well, as I said, and I'll say it publicly on the record, I'm going to go ahead and vote in favor of the conceptual. If I don't see activity by the time you guys come back for preliminary, I will tell you I will vote against it. Just on the basis of no activity taking place on the existing building. We got to finish what we started. Your M&M is a beautiful building. If Napa is going to look like that, fantastic, but I got to see something, okay?
So promise it'll be done this.
All right.
this,
Okay, that's all, Madam President.
Thank you, Sean. So do you think you'll have some activity there, as Sean had
Yeah, by-
mentioned?
By
Pardon?
next door, by next month, for sure.
By
end of this
next month, for
yes,
sure.
For sure by this month, you know.
Okay, we
Yeah,
hear
my
you.
speed
You're on
dial.
record by next month.
By next month or this next week, hopefully, for sure. You know, the problem is right now, GTO, you guys probably familiar with that company. And he's busy, and I really tried to push him this week. He said I couldn't, so I'm gonna try to make sure I keep pushing him for this Monday to get some
Okay,
tools
very
out.
good, thank you.
Well, and also, Madam President,
Yes,
I did have a conversation. It's kind of ironic that Rick and I are kind of back and forth because this gentleman wants to do a new thing in Rick's ward. I've got the existing, and then I was told by Mr. Bella that you had retained him for some evidentiary photographs on your
Correct.
former
No,
contractor.
I was pleasant. I was not even aware of who he is, you know, honestly.
Yeah.
And now I got to know.
He said the inside's beautiful of M&M.
Oh, yeah,
So,
thank you. Yeah, he
yeah.
loved the existed one, but he did not like the other one.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Yeah, I was-
Okay, so you're saying Mr. Bella made these posters? Did these posters?
No. Rick took evidentiary photos for him
Oh,
because Alid is trying to recoup his losses from the previous contractor, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So it looks like, Ricardo, he's got a pending lawsuit on the previous contractor.
He does appeal.
Is that accurate?
That's accurate, correct.
well, I don't think that affects us in any way.
No, it doesn't,
So
but at
we're
least
okay.
he's taken the measures
Sure,
to get things going, hiring
Yeah.
a different contractor to
Correct.
finish it,
Correct.
at the same time trying to get his money back, because he's gonna need it if, the guy skipped on him.
course.
And quite frankly, you ought to, and I don't know if you have, talked to Sheila about that contractor,
Yes, sir.
Well, we can't have contractors like that in the town. That would
No,
take
no.
advantage of a business owner and take,
Oh, no.
you know,
Well,
I heard hundreds of
Can you
thousands of
name the-
dollars.
Can you mention the name of the contractor?
That's up to him. I think, I would leave that, Ricardo, I would probably
Oh,
let
you want to
him,
mention the
him
contractor?
and Sheila could get
So
together.
we'll know who's who.
I'm not here for them today, so I'm not even gonna think of it.
Okay,
That's the bottom.
All right,
okay, well, we'll have to keep our eyes and ears open on that
Yes.
contractor. All
Yep.
right. So if I see the posters, I like what I see and what I hear, so let's have a roll call vote on this.
I need a motion first.
Yeah,
Madam President.
a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion by Brian and a second by Leona. So the motion's been approved. Can we have a roll call vote, Ricardo? Okay.
Mr. Swike,
Yes.
Mrs. Chandler Felton,
Aye.
Mr. Deering,
Yes.
President Uzelak.
Yes,
I am an aye, 5-0. Motion carries.
very good.
Thank you.
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, second on the agenda is P7CP3-0725, Northwestern Indiana Lincoln Highway Partners, LLC petitioner and Lake County Trust Company as trustee of Trust 5471, located at 7350 East US 30. Request conceptual planned unit development on 20.04 acres in a C3 Highway Commercial Zoning District. Purpose, to allow a mixed-use commercial autoplex. Okay, introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nick Panos, developer and owner of the property.
Yeah.
Would you like to see the renderings again? I brought them with.
Yes, I think that'd be nice.
Am I able to use this laptop here?
Sure. I think the board would like to see it
Yes.
again, just to refresh their memory.
Hold on, we got a jump drive in there already.
What'd you say, Steve?
A jump driving.
We've got a
jump drive in there.
presentation in there already, so I don't want to mess up that.
Oh. Well, I know we've seen it before, it looked good, but I think it's good to show it again.
Yes.
Okay, board members?
Yes.
Okay, Ricardo?
Absolutely.
Okay.
No, that's not okay.
Well,
have
you're
dissension.
you are outvoted.
That's okay. Nick's in my ward, that's fine with me.
Oh, he's in your ward.
This is, yeah.
Yeah.
This is what we affectionately call the panhandle, Margie.
I know. I'm so glad you said that. And refreshing my memory.
Pat, I just minimized your guys' thing, so it's there somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
There we go. I recognize that.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
This is where Brian's gonna park his coupe.
Oh, that is a poor cousin to the ones that I think are gonna be out there.
What year is it?
38.
Oh,
Sure would look nice in one of those.
It would look, pre-sale, Nick.
38 already? I love it.
Okay.
yeah, looks good.
So we're here for the conceptual PUD. We have the front southwest corner is the gas station, convenience store, and car wash. To the east of that is 28 flex space units. Hopefully 28 new businesses come into the community. North of that is, in the center of the project, is car condos. And sorry, I can't flip through the pictures here, but I will shortly. There's 61 units in the middle there to be sold, and it'll be similar to a country club without a golf course. And then on the northern side is the exterior parking, without having semi-truck trailers that are left there to die. I'm going to flip through some of the images. Front gate for the car condo unit.
Are you picking up his comments?
A little bit closer there, Craig? Yeah. Yeah, if you could be a little bit closer to the microphone.
If you don't mind. Thank you.
Isn't that a wireless mic? Can you take that mic? That's a wireless mic, isn't it? There you go. See?
Thank you.
We're high tech.
I see that. This is the interior of the units. They will come unfinished for people, and they can finish them out. We will have a contractor that will be on site to design and finish out the interior spaces so that people aren't doing anything crazy on the inside. This is more images of the flex space units. This is inside the flex space business park area. Most of these units all have overhead doors. They're about 12 to 1,400 square foot with a mezzanine on the inside. They'll have a bathroom and a small office, and then the rest will be mini warehouse. This is a 16-pump gas station, not designed for truck traffic. And we've also been working with our neighbor to the west on the frontage road for in and out. And those are the images that I have.
And at the back of the property, you're gonna work on that new US 30 drag strip, right?
That's right. We're going to put a nice big gate in there to stop the US 30 drag strip.
Well, did everybody look at it?
Yeah, do you want to have Steve read the staff report?
Sure. Steve, you could read the staff.
Okay, I will do that. Petitioners requesting conceptual planned unit development approval for 20.04 acres in a C3 highway commercial zoning district commonly known as 7350 East US 30. The proposed development will provide both storm and sanitary sewers, water, curbs, gutters, streets, and streetlights. Additionally, surface water will be handled and discharged via said storm system, routed through on-site stormwater facilities, and released at a concentrated rate per the town of Maryville requirements. The purpose of this PUD is to allow a mixed-use commercial autoplex. Petitioner will address frontage road requirements and adhere to all of town of Maryville codes and ordinances. And that's all I got.
Okay, I think
what
we
Sheila's
have
got.
the verbiage, you had the verbiage. You said something else. We have released at a controlled rate.
Yeah, that's how the stormwater is going to be released.
I know, but you used another word.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, for controlled, you said something else.
Proposer provide both storm sanitary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh.
I did, okay.
okay.
Yeah, controlled rate per the town of
Yeah, it's
Maryville
controlled.
requirements.
I just wanted to make that correct.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
all right. So, where we at, board members? Jeff Swike?
It's a very awesome site and look forward to it, so that's awesome.
Thank you.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this new thing. So I think it's gonna be awesome.
Thank you.
Right?
I can only echo it. I think it's an exciting project. I think it's, if we can really say anything, it's just one of the more forward-thinking projects to come through in quite a while. It's absolutely fantastic.
Thank you very much.
The businesses that you're going to try and attract, are you going to try and attract a number of car-centric businesses?
That's the hope. You know, we would like to have a lot of car-centric businesses. It just helps feed the Autoplex theme.
Yep.
And I think that they'll be priced aggressively to attract those businesses, and hopefully they'll have a lot of built-in business behind them.
Fantastic. Well, it's looking good, guys.
Thank you.
Yep.
Sean?
Okay, Nick. First of all, the convenience store. I notice it looks like, is there going to be a drive-through window on the west side of, so it's just I can drive around the backside of the convenience store?
That's going to be stacking for the car wash and also deliveries.
Okay, so there's no.
No drive-through.
No potential drive-through in the, okay, that's one.
No, the end user is intending to have a deli there, but it's a
Okay.
walk-in deli.
All right, excellent. Monitoring and policing these units. We kind of joked around and said, we're gonna have car enthusiasts and, you know, would the husband move in there if the wife kicked him out? But there's some credence to that. And Steve and I just had this discussion at lunch today about monitoring our storage facilities. And I see my good friend, Mr. Fitzpatrick, out in the audience, of how full are you? I got a call from a resident who's been here a long, long time, Margie, over at Chapel Manor. And
Okay.
she said, you guys, no more self-storage. And I said, well, we've already approved a bunch, so I'm sorry. But I guess the concept, the question becomes, how are you guys gonna monitor who's inside those and not living there? They're just there with their cars and their what have yous, you know, big toys.
We're going to make sure that in the bylaws that there is no residence, you can't stay there. You know, that's,
Cause you mentioned possible bathrooms in these units,
they
right?
will have bathrooms, yes.
It'll have bathrooms, so that's where it kinda, you know, becomes a concern and,
And as we spoke before, essentially, this is no different than an office building. You know, as much as we can monitor, we will.
Yeah.
There is going to be an on-site management company, so, you know, unordinary behavior will be monitored. But we'll do everything we can to make sure that people don't stay.
yeah.
You know, obviously, I can't and don't have the right to go inside people's units and say, hey, are you staying? But, you know, we'll do everything we can to keep that down and out.
Well, you know, one of the things I brought up to Steve at lunch, Margie and Leona, is, you know, we have certain requirements that we have for massage therapy and
Yeah.
monitoring those through planning and building.
Sure.
And quote-unquote inspections or figuring out, you know, what's going on out there. You know, and it's not maybe necessarily with Nick's, but, and I hate to pick on Tom out in the audience, but, you know, what if somebody rents one of these storage units and is storing something they should not? I.e. fireworks, combustible materials, and we don't know about it because these things have been set up with a kiosk and these people are going in. You know, we've seen the problems out on 73rd Avenue, Brian, with what's been happening out there. And it just, the more I thought about this project, I'm thinking, okay, the car enthusiast comes in, he rents or buys the condo from Nick, and then either he brings something in there that Nick doesn't want, we don't want, or he's living in there. And that's my only concern. I agree with everybody, Nick, and you and I have talked multiple times on this project.
Yep.
I have no problem with it. I just want to make sure on the record that somehow, some way, these units are going to be monitored for that, both the storage and activities and people, you know, living in there. They provide their own locks, obviously, right?
Well, these are going to be electric roll-up doors. They're going to have, you know, keypads on the doors, on the man doors next to the units. So that's not necessarily locks. I mean, these are going to be, you know, very sophisticated. There's on-site surveillance. You know,
Yeah.
there's going to be cameras on all the buildings, so.
But Big Brother, Ricardo, I guess, is,
Well-
when you build these, you're gonna have a default code on all those roll-up doors with the keypad, right?
No, they'll probably be dead until we actually
Until
activate
you
them and have
activate
to
it.
use
So if
keys.
Brian buys a condo from you to put his coop in there.
It's a good
he
idea.
picks his own code of 1, 2, 3,
Correct.
4, or whatever it is. You'll keep track of that though, right, in the office?
We'd have to see if we can or can't. It's just like if you buy a townhome, I'm not going to have, you
Right.
know, access to your townhome.
Right.
I know that this is a little different. Being that they're owned, I probably can't have access to them. The rental units up front, I will have access to because they will still be owned by the group. But the back ones, I'd have to check with our attorney on that.
Okay, now with this being a conceptual PUD, as I had advised, another potential development at Randolph and 30, Ricardo, will you have homeowners or a POA?
Yes,
So they'll have covenants.
Absolutely.
When you and Joe go to write the ordinance though, we're gonna write this, you're gonna give us 1, 2, or 3 uses, convenience store, gas station, car wash,
you're talking about for the upfront businesses.
the upfront
Okay.
businesses and, well, the buildings, you know, what are we gonna call these? Have you and Sheila talked about what you're gonna use in the PUD ordinance itself?
We have not gotten that defined
All
yet.
right, that's something that Ricardo and Joe and you.
Sure.
And Sheila, when she gets back, probably need to figure out, okay, what are gonna be the permitted uses in this PUD?
Okay,
Okay?
yeah,
That'll take care of some of my concerns.
sure.
You know, and again, I think aesthetically and what you've got out there in the investment is, as the other ladies and gentlemen have said, is dynamite, absolute dynamite. But I
Thank you.
just want to make sure, because as I always say, Nick, they're not calling you, they're probably not calling Steve or Bob or Sheila, they're calling the ward councilman and,
Right.
why did you allow this to go in there, Mr. Bennett?
Well, and, you
Because
know.
it looked awesome.
Because it looks awesome. No, out of deference to the petitioner too, Sean, I mean, guy goes over there to work on his baby. Yeah, there might be an evening here, evening there that, gee, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna just hang here
Yeah.
until tomorrow.
yeah.
I mean, I can see that, but I can't see, a guy spending $300,000 on essentially a garage for his toys
Right.
and then renting it out to somebody. I
There's a
mean,
lot of hotels between here and home.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But, you know, I can't, as far as the storage thing, yeah, it's a concern. We would have to monitor it, or
Yeah.
somebody would have to monitor it. But again, I can't see him spending that kind of money to fix up a car-centric garage, basically, or shop.
Well, and if he's gonna have covenants too, that makes me, Ricardo and Joe are gonna go through the covenants, that's gonna put some peace of mind for us.
How much is this investment worth to Maryville, or how much are you?
Approximately 20 to 25 million.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Very good. Good for Maryville.
Yeah.
Now, you said you have a management company
Mhm.
that would be managing and looking over everything?
Correct.
Now, do you have any type of employees there?
Yes. So until completely sold out in the sales center for the car condo unit, there will be somebody there all the time.
All the time?
Yeah, and typically, that's not going to be the person that's going to go maintain the property. That's more of a sales focus. But there will be somebody that's on site between this property and other properties that we have often.
So that'll probably be, he or she will probably be in the office?
Yes,
On site?
but it'll be inside the locked gates, and we'll be able to, obviously
Okay.
peruse around.
All right, that answers my questions. No, I like the development, 25 million. Ooh, sounds good to me.
Madam,
Yeah.
you have something, Steve?
I just have a question.
Oh,
So,
I'm sorry.
so
Go on.
Nick, are you gonna have like, in the back where the condos are, is there certain hours they can be in there?
I don't think we can limit the hours because they're going to own the units.
Because they're gonna own them?
And
Okay,
this
that's,
is, there's 61 units total.
Okay.
So extremely low volume traffic. There's going to be no lights on the backside of the buildings that are going to be illuminated to the neighbors and things like that. So I don't think we'll limit the hours.
Okay.
The storage at the north end may have a limit of hours just because they're renting spaces.
right, yeah, okay.
But I don't think that we'll limit the car condo units
So,
since they own them.
okay, yeah, so, and last time you were here, you mentioned one, you have one in, was it Naperville?
Yeah,
And
so
it's been
there's-
there for 18 years.
Yeah.
We were talking about that at lunch,
Yeah, we
18
were talking
years.
about how long you've been out in Naperville.
Yep, they have
18
that in
years.
Naperville for 18 years. There's another one that's in Westfield that's 127 units, that they're just on their third or fourth phase out of 4 phases. They're all over the western suburbs of Illinois. I know that, that doesn't necessarily matter, but they've been around
Consider
for
yourself
20 to
lucky,
25
Nick,
years.
that your business is liked in Naperville, because my business is not liked in Naperville.
My business won't be as lucky as the Naperville, no, but hopefully it'll be successful.
Anything else, board members?
Madam President, I'll make a motion to approve P7CP3-0725.
Second.
Motion on the floor by Mr. Sean Pettit to approve P7CP 3-0725, and a second by Brian.
I do have one quick question, Madam President, before we take a vote. Nick, back to your comment, and again, I see Mr. Fitzpatrick from Storage of America in the audience. How are you two guys working with my most loved state agency?
We are working together with your most loved state agency the best that we can. Tom is sending and drafting some information to them, and
Okay.
we intend to contact them around the same time so that they know that we're working together.
Okay.
Okay, Sean, for the record, who is your most loved state agent?
It starts with an N and ends with a T.
Okay,
That would be NDOT.
We're incognito.
Yeah, that's okay. I got a nice love letter at Lamar today from them, so I'm not in the
okay.
best of moods with
Hey,
them.
we got a refund from them today.
Well, I have to say the
107,000.
frontage road looks good too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
NDOT was happy with that, correct?
$107,000.
I'll have to
Okay.
give that credit to my
Very good.
engineer.
Okay,
All right.
Ricardo, roll call vote here.
Was
John?
electronic.
All right, Mr. Schweik,
Yes.
It was over
Ms.
107,000.
Chandler Felton,
Aye.
Mr. Deering,
Yes,
President Uzelak,
Yes.
and I am an aye, 5-0. Motion carries.
thanks, guys.
Okay, the motion.
All right, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Don't forget where you came from. We're here.
Don't forget where you came
Yeah, for the vote.
Oh.
We're here. Okay, we will continue on now with the agenda. We have some other business here.
Yes.
We're going to have discussion on Maryville Residential LLC and Jim Alvarez. Please state your name, give us your presentation. I remember all of you from the workshop. So now I think your plans have changed a little. And introduce yourselves, please. This is just a discussion now. Please introduce yourselves.
How you doing? I'm Jim Alvarez from Innsbruck.
Okay, good to meet you again.
Keith Demchinsky with Four Star.
Very good, thank you.
And Doug Ians with Four Star.
Thank you. Ed?
Pat Reardon with Reardon Consulting Services. Good evening and thank you for the opportunity.
Good to see you, Pat. Thank you. Okay, now, who's going to give the presentation here for discussion?
I believe I'm the lucky punching bag tonight, so good evening, everyone. Thank you, commissioners, for your time, and thank you, staff, for your input in helping us get here this evening. Some of you may remember me from my past working with Providence Real Estate Development on the property to the east of this project. Little background on Four Star, since most of you are probably not familiar. I've been with Four Star about 18 months now, but Four Star is a large publicly traded national residential land developer. It was started around 2015, was put together by the America's largest home builder, D.R. Horton, as a entity to develop and hold land for them. So we are about 60% owned by D.R. Horton, and they are by far our largest single customer. We do sell lots to other developers around the country. And just for a little bit of a reference how big we actually are, I believe we control about 95,000 lots across the U.S. currently. So, which brings us here this evening to discuss the Innsbruck Country Club. I've been speaking with Mr. Alvarez about this for years at this point, going back to when I was at Providence, and kind of have stuck with it, and knew that his group was taking it through the process and getting some approvals on it, and they approached me several months ago at this point. And we took a look at the concept plan that they brought forward and put together. We had some thoughts of our own, and that's what brings me here tonight to present to you our thoughts for what the Innsbruck Country Club could look like. This plan accounts for, we are not changing the density. There's still 264 units, which is the same as Mr. Alvarez's plan. This plan has 182 single-family lots on it, mostly centered in the center of the project, and then up in the northwest corner, we are proposing to put in 82 traditional townhome units, arranged in 4 to 6 unit configurations. The big deviation that we knew was kind of a hot button here was we'd like to take these single-family lots below 60 feet. We have some flexibility on how far below 60 they go. This plan shows 50. This plan provides everything it would need to go through the town. The required open space will be met. The required amount of detention will be met. We will be preserving some existing wetlands, preserving existing trees, installing paths at some point. We really want to connect to the Chesapeake and Ohio Greenway in 1 or 2 locations, if not maybe 3 locations. And then, of course, the proximity to the Innsbrook Country Club. With any luck at all, we can bring Mr. Alvarez some new members. Kind of moving on to highlight some of the comparisons between the two plans. You'll see on the left, I believe this is the latest iteration that the commission saw. And then on the right is the same plan I previously had up. Overall density, again, does not change, still 264 total units. We believe, even though the width of the lots has gone down, the overall average size of a single-family lot actually increases on this plan. And compared to the smallest lots, 30% larger. Pretty significant change. With this narrowing of the lots, we think we can pick up an additional 5 acres of open space for trees, tree preservation, and other passive type amenities. Things such as gazebos, benches, workout stations along the pathways, things of that nature. And Mr. Alvarez's plan had originally the northwest corner a 2.7 acre potential office space. That whole northwest quadrant up there really lent itself to putting the townhomes up there. So we eliminated the office from that portion of the site and relocated it down in the southwest corner. And at this point, we're still in discussions with his group as to whether that works for him or not. We're not sure what happens to that open space. Maybe it stays as office, maybe it gets worked into the residential plan. We're still working through that. Given the location of this property, it's Forestar's belief, and the final decision on this will obviously rest with whomever ends up building the homes, but we see the community being marketed as an age-targeted neighborhood, not necessarily restricting it to people, say 55 and older, but targeting it to that group because of the proximity to, say, the hospitals and all the medical professionals that spur off of Broadway, all the convenience and shopping along 30. I think it's very attractive to that group. And then when you throw in the bike trails and the proximity to Innsbrook Country Club, obviously being right next door, I think it's a fantastic play to do a targeted neighborhood for those empty nesters, if you will, people wanting to get out of their big home and into something smaller. So D.R. Horton has a project here in Northwest Indiana that I wanted to kind of highlight. The Gates of St. John, I'm sure maybe you're all familiar with. These homes are generally on the east side of Klein Avenue, north of 231. There are 2 different size lots that D.R. Horton is building on. There are 53-foot wide lots and 63-foot wide lots. And so, and the palette of homes available are the same, they're the same homes. So in the slide or the photo to the left, you'll see that I tried to put together an exhibit showing that on 53-foot wide lots, the homes are both 39 feet wide, and then with the side yard setbacks, that leaves approximately 14 feet between those homes. And then on the slide to the right, you step up to a 63-foot wide lot, and the homes are the same width, with the exception of the one on the left adds a 3-car garage, but you jump up to approximately 19 feet of space between those homes. So you gain 4 to 5 feet of, side yard room, and it's worth clarifying that if that home on the left also had a 3-car garage, you would have the same side yard separation as the 53-foot wide lot. You would still have approximately 14 to 15 feet of room between those two houses. And then this is just a quick palette of several elevations of what those homes can look like. And these, again, are being built in the Gates of St. John. These homes all range in size from I want to say 1,480 square feet up to as big as 2,800 square feet.
What was that again, Doug?
I want to say 1,450.
2,800?
I believe the biggest two-story is 2,800. All these homes bring a mix of masonry and different siding packages, vertical siding, the horizontal siding, some ponds above the windows, appointments in the gables to help that modern farmhouse look that's so popular right now. Everything shows pretty well out there. And then these are a couple renderings, or this is a rendering of the townhome that we'd be proposing up in the northwest quadrant. Again, a combination of vertical siding, some masonry, and some appointments in the gables to just help that elevation pop for curb appeal. And I did include a couple of actual photos of that product being built. This is D.R. Horton's Oak Ridge project in Tinley Park. To give you an idea of what it looks like, everything always looks nice in a rendering, but I think it's always nice to show when you go to build it in reality, what it truly looks like. And I think this is a great representation of a rendering kind of coming to life. This is the front elevation, and I did include a back elevation because there was quite a few questions about that, what that really looked like and how it worked with staff when we met with them a couple weeks ago. And this is what that back looks like, where the garages are recessed, and every owner has a patio or deck above the garage. With that, I will be happy to turn the mic back to the Plan Commission, be happy to answer any questions.
How big are those decks, Doug? You know offhand?
Those units are 20 feet, I want to say 20 feet wide, and the decks are probably no more than 5 feet.
5 by 20.
Yeah.
Are there elevators in these townhomes, in the buildings?
No, there are no elevators.
There's just a staircase?
Correct.
Approximately how many stairs?
Well, 3 stories.
Stories?
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot.
So we're talking
30
3 flights of stairs, correct?
3 flights of stairs.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. These are all 2-car garages?
Correct. Absolutely.
What is your asking price or going price for these townhomes?
Right now, I think we're projecting starting prices in the mid to high 2s.
Okay, and what about the others? The same?
They'll be probably more in the mid to high 3s, probably maybe even touching 400,000, depending on options.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, I just want to say one thing. So I had the opportunity to play golf with Doug probably about 4 years ago, right when I first bought Innsbrook. And that was at the time that he was with Providence. And so when I was exploring the idea of building a subdivision, Doug was kind enough to just, sort of be a consultant and say he would help me go through the process, and because I never built a subdivision before.
Sure.
And he was, and he helped me and I was able to bounce some ideas off of him. This was at the time when Providence was building Savannah Cove over there. And my wife's cousin lives by the gates of St. John, and I'm not sure exactly when D.R. Horton started that project, but over the past few years, I've been driving by the gates of St. John. At the same time, I've been driving through the Savannah Cove. And if you guys have been through the gates of St. John, it is absolutely unbelievable how quickly D.R. Horton has moved versus how quickly
Yeah,
Savannah Cove has
I've
moved.
been out there.
And, my partner and I we would move quickly, and we would do a great job of building the subdivision. But the reality is that we would probably be at the same capacity that Providence would be. And so I think it would be an honor to have D.R. Horton, they are literally the largest home builder in the world, to build a subdivision in the town of Maryville. And I hope that you guys would consider, some of the things that they're proposing, because they would be able to build this subdivision much quicker than I would be
I'm
able to.
familiar with Creekwood Crossings and the Providence builders in there. They did a nice job, and the people are well pleased. They call me all the time. That's part of my ward.
And they do a good job, no doubt.
No, it
But
was very good job out
what
there,
these guys would
Creekwood
be able to
Crossing.
do will
The
absolutely
homes
blow your
look
minds.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
They look high-priced, and I'm sure they were then. But, now, who did you purchase the property from to build on? All this property? Who did you purchase that from?
For me?
Yeah, somebody had to purchase the property.
Are you speaking of the Gates of St. John?
No, I'm talking about what's going on in Innsbruck with your
Oh,
development.
when I bought Innsbruck Country Club, I bought 200 acres roughly. And so the golf course sat on 100 acres, and then just to the south was an extra 100 acres. And so, I had every intention of running the golf course, and I didn't know what to do with these extra 100 acres. And that's literally when I started talking to Doug, what should I do with these extra 100 acres? And I had the idea of putting a subdivision, and that's my intent, right? It's always been my intent was to build this subdivision. And then when, had more conversations with Doug as he moved over to Four Star, this just sounds like a great opportunity. It's a good opportunity for me. I think, if I built the homes myself, I think, it's probably a better opportunity, but this is a really good opportunity. And like I said, for the town of Maryville to have the largest home builder in the world build a subdivision, I think that's a feather in the town's cap. It really is.
Well, I was just curious. I thought when you purchased Innsbruck Country Club that this came along with it as a package, but,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it did. It did. The land was part of the deal. Yeah.
Okay, it was
Yeah.
part of the deal. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
So
Thank
are
you.
you still going to be involved in this project, or are you basically selling it to Four Star?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to sell it the plan is to sell it to them, but I think, with the understanding that they're going to put a product like this on the, next to me. I don't have no interest in selling it to them if they're not going to put, as long as they put something like this, which then, that's my intent, right? If they're not going to put something like this, then I don't want that, because obviously, it's adjacent to me, it's close, and,
Well, then,
but I've seen the product that they're going to put, and I've seen what they've done in the Gates of St. John and some other areas, and this is an absolutely beautiful product, so.
Well, then the big question, and I'm going to turn to our attorney now, we gave these approvals for one developer. Now he is going to be selling his interest in that development to another developer. Where in the process do we have to start or go back to? Well, I mean, we approved it with Mr. Alvarez. Now we've got a whole new developer coming in, purchasing the property.
Well, I think.
Brian,
Does it
met with-
travel with the land?
Let me back up, Brian. I met with Doug and Jim
Yeah.
2 months ago, and I was concrete in my answer. Number one, you need to call Leona
Right.
and Keisha, okay? Number two, I think this is a dramatic change, Ricardo, from the PUD we approved. That PUD's out the window. This is gonna have to be filed as conceptual with Four Star. Jim, I don't know if you've got a purchase agreement, that's between you two guys, predicated on getting the zoning. You and Doug closed the deal. I hear what you're saying, Brian. I think that's how we approach this.
Yeah, that's
and
exactly
I don't
where I
have a
was
problem
going.
with it, as I told you guys. If Leona's happy, I'm happy, because it's her ward. She's got to answer to the constituents. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great product. I do like the sight lines. I'm a little worried about the size of the lots. I'm not crazy about going down to 50 footers. You've shown us, Doug, you kind of set yourself up with 53-foot lots, or 63-foot lots. But that can be ironed out as we go through the PUD process.
Yeah, I think maybe we talked about this the day we met, Mr. Pettit, I appreciate it. My intention the whole time was to come back. This, we're, if this was a baseball game, we're kind of finishing warm-ups and maybe we're in the first inning here. Yeah, we're we're going to have to bring this back formally. We want to get a conceptual approval and then move forward with zoning and primary plat.
My biggest concern is not the townhomes. Townhomes are fine. I'm just concerned about the layout, the turning radiuses, fire department, that kind of thing. We're gonna have to really.
Yes, we understand that'll all have to be reviewed and,
Just looking at this rendering, you know.
yeah, we understand that'll all have to prove out.
Jeff, any questions, comments?
Where is this northwest part of the Innsbruck Country Club at, where the homes are being built? I don't know what you mean by that.
This is just south.
So it's the vacant land around the driving range, if you will.
Here, I can show you the cursor here.
Here, Jeff,
It's right here, this area right here.
you see that, Jeff?
Oh, that's, yeah.
And just past the bike path there.
Right.
Yeah, so the bike path is here. It's actually south of the bike path right here.
I live in Innsbruck subdivision. I wasn't sure what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's all south of the golf course, but it's on the northwest part of this piece of this parcel.
Well, as Mr. Pettit said, I am happy with it.
Thank you.
Brian, any more questions, comments?
Other than, you know, just where we stand with this, with the.
With the process.
You know, with the process, the previous PUD versus a new PUD. Yeah, that's just my biggest question.
I mean, is that accurate, Ricardo?
I think what you said is accurate.
I think Doug would be the petitioner and Jim would be the owner, as we've listed. Sheila's done this many, many times, so
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's how they filed a petition with us to start over.
Sure. Anything else, Sean?
I defer to Ricardo and Mr. Reardon.
Thank you.
Okay, what about Steve and Bob? What do you have to say?
No, this is, purely conceptual. I don't have any comments at this time. The only thing is I'll remind Pat and his group that you guys are gonna have to go back to NDOT if you're gonna change the ingress, egress locations, whatever they tell you to do, but good luck with that.
We understand that, and I'll keep that NDOT comment to myself, but, off the record, I'll make that comment, but right now, I won't. You all recall that we were here and ultimately approved for conceptual. This is a change from that previous approval, but this design, like the previous one, follows town specs. We'll continue to do that. We're as concerned as you are, Commissioner, about ingress, egress, opportunity for police and fire to get in, should that need arise. But as we all know, we particularly ownership have been at this for some time. And we're excited to be where we're at. We're respectful of the process, and we're hopeful to get your okay to move forward from conceptual to preliminary.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong though, Pat, I thought, we didn't give you all three?
No. Now it's
So we approved conceptual only?
We've been conceptual only, my friend.
Oh, okay, well then if it's not been final approval, maybe it's not a dramatic change, Ricardo.
No.
I mean, maybe it's just a refiling of the conceptual, this map.
Yeah, I think that it is,
I thought we gave you final PUD.
we've been dogged out by NDOT and some other technical issues, but, we're prepared to move forward.
To the council, this has.
No.
No, not at all, not yet, no. And it's important that we get the approval respectfully, so we can submit a final concept to our good friends at NDOT, so they can look at the traffic study, which they've been sitting on, and finalize it and give us their comments, so we can put that to bed along with the plan as we move forward.
Well, I do know, I remember we were talking about a stoplight maybe coming and going out of there, because especially after 3 o'clock, the traffic is very heavy going down Taft Street.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Bob or Steve looked into any type of traffic study there?
That's all NDOT. I think the previous
state road,
consulting
yeah.
firm that was involved with this, I believe they submitted stuff to NDOT.
They did,
Okay.
and there's been preliminary comment.
What was your opinion, Stephen?
I don't have an opinion on, that's strictly NDOT.
Okay, I
I don't make
understand.
opinions on that.
I
That's-
understand it's
yeah.
only NDOT, but I just know the traffic is very heavy on
Yes,
Taft
ma'am.
Street. And I thought you had some type of
Yeah.
opinion, Steve?
What's that, pardon me?
I thought you had some type of an opinion?
No.
Like heavy traffic?
I mean, there is traffic, that's why the traffic study's done, that's
Yeah.
why, NDOT's, always heavily involved in any of these projects, safety is their main goal, which ours is as well. And I believe at the time, they will, get those issues addressed with NDOT.
Are you allowed to give an opinion to NDOT, Steve?
No,
No, not at all.
no,
I was curious.
probably don't want to hear it.
Okay, now when all these people move in, are they all going to get a golfing, are they able to golf, or do they have to buy that, you know what?
Yes, they would have to become members just like anyone else.
They could just go and golf.
I love the idea, though.
They are not requested, or they are not told they have to buy that,
No, they will not be required.
okay, well, what if they are real golfers now, and they want to golf?
I do have I know it's conceptual, Doug. I do have a question, Madam President. Back to the townhomes and butting up against the bike path.
Yeah.
Have you guys thought about, because you showed us drawings of the balconies and these things being 3 stories high, they're gonna look down onto the bike path. I don't know if the buyers are concerned about that. Should we be concerned of people using the trail, screening, or, I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, I developed a neighborhood in Griffith. Homes are on top of the bike path, decks overlooking the bike path. Yeah, that doesn't bother us.
Okay.
I mean, some people probably are actually going to look at it as a way to walk right out my back door and be on the path.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I thought that with the lots, Doug, to the other side of the driving range.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about the townhomes.
But see, and that was gonna be my last question is, when the office was there, that's one thing, but now you're gonna have townhomes basically looking down at the maintenance facility for the country club. I mean, not an attractive view for a,
No, not
Part of
quite.
it looks down onto 13. They might find my Titleist out there, Jim. Yeah, that runs along
Well-
13, right?
It does run along 13, but there's a pretty big gap there.
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I
You
have
get a corner of it, Brian, probably the northern, literally the northwesternmost building might be by the maintenance. but,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It's,
Oh, so you play at Innsbruck, huh? Nice.
I know a few people. In my time up here, I've gotten to meet a few people.
There's no doubting the quality of your project. You look at the Gates of St. John, it's a beautiful subdivision, so we know you'll bring a quality product to the town, it's just, I share Sean's concern, it's a little bit tight, but all of this could be worked out.
Did you, by any chance, talk to MCD yet?
Over the last several months, I know the folks over there, and I had just a very basic conversation about it. I don't think I have any reason to be concerned about sewer capacity on this.
Okay, you're sure you'll have capacity then? Good. Okay, well, I see you have made some improvements here with the square footage. And I shouldn't say improvements, but you went along with what we said on the square.
Madam President, I have a question for you.
What?
So these gentlemen will know. In talking with Steve today, we ended up having lunch on the project out in my ward at 30 in Randolph. Next Plan Commission in August, Tuesday is National Night Out, the 5th. So you and Sheila will have to get together, and the workshop would be August 6th on Wednesday, and then we would be back to our regular third Tuesday for the public hearing, if you guys, Pat, you and Doug get in and talk to Sheila when she gets back to get on the August agenda. I think this would be, I feel, I mean, you and I have been doing this a long time. I feel like what they've got is good for conceptual.
I do too, but
It's a
you
bit-
are suggesting for them to come or be on the schedule for August 6th?
That's up to them, but I think if they talk to Sheila, that's gonna be our next meeting day.
Yeah, would that be okay with you fellows, or did you require another day?
No, I think that's fine. I think we can definitely make that work on our side.
Okay,
You basically made your whole pitch here tonight, Doug. I
Right.
mean, really, it's,
yeah, I think so too.
but they haven't filed the paperwork with Sheila yet.
Okay, I like the development, and I think you should meet with Sheila, so you could get on the agenda for August 6th, and then we'll take it from there. How's that?
Very good. We'll file formal, is there a formal concept application? Okay. We'll file the appropriate applications and look forward to seeing you again in a month.
And Doug, I think Sheila's back, I think she's back tomorrow. Don't quote me on that, but I think she'll be
Sheila
back
said
tomorrow.
she'd be back this week sometime,
Yeah.
so I believe tomorrow or the day after.
Okay.
Okay?
Just gotta ease
Well,
back into
everything
it.
looks good, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Truly appreciate your insights.
Looks really good. The only thing is, I would prefer elevators.
Yes.
In the town, but,
On that, Madam President, motion to adjourn.
Second.
okay. Meeting's ended. Thank you.
Meeting's ended.
Yeah.